Okay, let's do it again. More energy. Come on, guys.
Let's get loosened up. What's wrong?
No, what, you wanted to say it together?
Huh?
You want to say it together or no?
So you can say like, and this.
And this is Guac On.
When me and Liz met, so I saw the passion that she had for furniture and as well as like food and creativity. So I know we can have that team that can create a lot of great things. Hi, I'm Iskander.
I'm Liz.
And this is
Guac On.
We always had that kind of dream. So we said, let's build the furniture first, then we can open a restaurant with our furniture, with the things that we want to see, like creating the menus and the space. So I mean, it was from the beginning. The restaurant was always a plan to start it. Creating the whole space and designing it took a lot of time. We really invested like all of our energy, all of our time to create like a home feeling, like a positive environment for the people. We really wanted to support art. We really want to support youth, like creativity and new ideas. So right now I'm very, very happy with what we created, even though we have smaller space, with what we created and how you see the feedbacks and people come, like especially the youth come taking pictures, come and doing this and that. Like, I'm very, very happy with what we created.
I mean, everything that we do is experimental, and we did that kind of intentionally. I think you see a lot of the same types of food or the same kind of flavors being reiterated. So we decided that we really wanted to kind of just take everything and like at least put our own twist on it, turn it on its head a little bit. So yeah, we have like a lot of Asian flavors, a lot of African flavors, obviously Ethiopian. I put Berberi in everything when I cook, so we try to incorporate that in a lot of the dishes. But yeah, we really wanted it to be something that like might be familiar in some ways, but also still unique, so that even if it's something you've had before, it might taste a little different when you have it here.
So today I'll be trying a dish called Riol Shakyu. It's an open-faced shakshuka, and I'm really excited to try it. Let's go. Thank you so much. So even before I start eating, there are so many colors going on. There's the red from the tomatoes, the yellow from the yolks. It's a beautiful dish and in a beautiful place. I love it. So I love that the yolk is still a bit runny. It's like a sauce for the rest of the dish. I like the very concept of the dish. It's a Moroccan dish on a quesadilla, so it's a fusion between Mexican and Moroccan. and I think that's the whole theme of the restaurant. Even their whole menu down to their names, they're all puns. It's a clever play on words, and it's also a clever mixing of the dishes. And this is it's a very bright dish. My only pet peeve is a little bit of the tortilla was a bit thicker, so it could hold on to all the liquids. But the tomato sauce is nicely spiced. I love that there's a cooked sauce on top, and there are cooked eggs and fresh tomatoes and fresh herbs. It plays really well together.
So Mike just had the We Will Shack You quesadilla, and I'll be going for the LinkUp scramble, which, again, clever nameplate. So this looks interesting. Normally I'd have scrambled eggs by hand, but let's dig in with the spoon. So you can see fresh tomatoes here, you can see avocados, finely diced onions, peppers, it's got everything really. It's pretty good. It almost tastes like scrambled eggs. Maybe I'm just used to this flavor combination going along with the scrambled eggs I grew up eating, but it's pretty good. Oh yeah, and the avocados just change everything. It's got this cooling effect to it. It's very nice. The chickpeas look and almost feel like scrambled eggs in your mouth. It's very nice.
We really wanted to introduce people to more creative ways to eat plant-based. I think a lot of people get kind of put in a pigeonhole, and they just think, you know, you can only have salata, you can only have certain things. So we really wanted to show people that you can make a vegan alternative of almost anything. Ethiopia also has a really rich fasting culture, so that's something that's been really interesting to explore.
Yeah, the business I had before with the food cart, the space was so small. So I used to have 3 chefs inside there, 3 cooks. So we had to manage everything, you know, the fryer here, this. So I think finding this space, I already had, if it's like a line like this, we can manage.
So, welcome to the Guac On kitchen, everyone. I'll be cooking a recipe that will be on the Guac On menu, so let's go. First, I'll be cutting the mushrooms. I'll cut the heads off first and cut them in a way that's called a julienne, which means fine matchsticks. Next, I'll cut the onion. I'll use 1/2 to make into the avocado puree, like a guacamole that will be on the bottom layer. And I'll use the other half, I'll cut it pole to pole and use it to saute with the other vegetables. Next, I'll be cutting out the peppers to saute with the other vegetables. So first, I'll take off the root ends of each, and then I'll cut them at a bias, at an angle. now I'll be making the avocado puree. It's important that you have a ripe avocado for this, because if the avocado is not ripe, it won't get mushy enough for our purposes. So I'll cut the seed out of this, and then I'll grind it into a paste and add the diced onions and the diced peppers. You can process this in a blender if you want it really smooth, or you can keep it chunky. It's really up to you. I also want to add garlic to this, so I will crush up some garlic and grind this into a paste, just like the avocado. First, you smash the garlic. This part is always fun. Now you add a bit of salt to the crushed garlic. It will act as some kind of an abrasive, just like how sand creates texture on a surface. So I'll put some salt on this, then I'll keep rubbing it with my knife, and it will grind into a paste. I'll take some of the peppers that I sliced earlier and slice them thinner and roughly the size of the avocados and the garlic. Then we'll mash them all together. Finally, I'll be slicing some garlic really thin so that I can saute it with the rest of the vegetables. Now I'll take out some peanuts and rub them between my hands to remove the skin. Now that we're done prepping all the ingredients, I put them into all their compartments, and I'll tell you what they are, each one. This is the avocado puree with finely diced onions, finely diced garlic, and peppers. This is the thinly sliced peppers to saute. These are the thinly sliced garlic that will also be sauteed. Here are the mushrooms and onions that I've cut pole to pole. And these are the peanuts that I've crushed. Okay, so now we're done with all our vegetable prep. Now we'll go to the tortilla, roll out the dough, and bake it real quick. So finally, all the vegetables are prepped. We've made the tortillas, so now we're going to saute the vegetables. So first I'm going to preheat my pan. Medium-high heat. I'm going to add some oil and add the mushrooms first. Mushrooms take a lot of time to cook, so I'll be adding them first so I can get them to brown. finished cooking everything, so all we have to do now is assemble the tacos. First, at the bottom, we'll put down the avocado puree on each one. Spread them out evenly. We have to season this because I added very little salt at the beginning. A little black cardamom. Stuff is powerful, so be careful. Then next, we have the sauteed mushrooms and vegetables. Put down a layer of that. Don't go too crazy or it will spill out. And then, courtesy of Guac On, we have their amazing beetroot hummus. So this is the taco recipe that I came up with. At the bottom is a layer of guacamole, then it's sauteed mushrooms, onions, and peppers. And there's your beetroot hummus at top. And there's a bit of crushed peanuts for a crunch. And some tiny leaves of cilantro.
I'm trying to get everything. It's really nice. Another bite. I love our hummus. I like the peanuts. Like having something crunchy is always nice for some other texture. Yeah, it's a nice combination.
The kick, the spice.
Yeah, a little bit of spice. Yeah, approved. We can add it to the menu.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me cook. I made my own version of a taco that will be on the menu here in Guac On, and we've called it
But wait, we're not done yet. You might have heard Mike use some fancy sounding culinary terms. They're just simple cut names, and I'll show you how to do some of these cuts. So first I'll do minces, and I'll show you how to do that using garlic. So these cuts are often used to get food down to much smaller sizes so it can quickly cook evenly throughout. The next one will be the brunoise, which is somehow similar, but it's got more uniform shapes and is slightly bigger. And I thought I'd brunoise some oyster mushrooms. The next cut I'll show you today, I'll be doing what the French call the chiffonade. It's a ribbon-like shape given to usually green herbs. See, this is perfect for garnishing. And another trick that I often use is simplifying the rocking motion you would need with a knife by simply using a little scissor. It's the same results, but I'd say you even get cleaner cuts this way. So there you have it. You have chiffonade mint, chiffonade basil, brunoise oyster mushrooms, and minced garlic.